Roger, the name is Hank. I spell Hotel Alpha November Kilo Hank. The state is Virginia, and the radio is Icom IC-7300.
Did you say Icom 7200?
7300, 123. That's a Roger.
All right, Hank, we got you in the log. Thank you very much.
Hello, YouTube and preppers. This is the Comms Prepper, and we're here in the backyard at the homestead in Virginia. And what you just watched was a QSO that I had here from Northern Virginia to a station in North Carolina using the Icom IC-7300 and Chameleon Antenna's new version 2.0 P-Loop antenna. Now, I've shown this antenna before on the channel, but what's different about today's video is today I was running 60 watts with the Icom IC-7300. I was not running QRP or low power 5 watts. I was running 60 watts, and that's made possible with the new P-Loop antenna because of the power compensator. In my previous videos, I had not hooked this hockey puck looking device up before because I was running low power and didn't need it. Well, today I have the power compensator on the side of the antenna here, which connects into the tuning box, and this allows you to increase your power into the tuning box, into the P-Loop antenna, up to 60 watts. That's what the manual says. Now, I set my radio, I think, at 55 watts, just to be a little bit on the safe side, because this is the first time I'm actually doing it. The bands aren't very good today, but I did want to make a video with this antenna and demonstrate that you can put higher powers into a loop antenna. You're not just limited to QRP. Now that Chameleon antenna has introduced a new loop with a power compensator. I've had no problems tuning this up. It can be a bit of a challenge when you're separated from the antenna and the radio because the tuning knob's on the bottom. But tuning is very easy. You just rotate that black knob on the bottom for max noise in the radio, and 9 times out of 10 that will get you down to an SWR of less than 2 to 1, and from there you can fine tune. It's relatively easy to set up. This all fits in a carrying bag, so I call this my tactical and portable antenna. Works quite well, and we'll go over to the antenna tuner. We'll go off frequency, and I'll show you the power going out to the antenna. Okay, we've tuned off to an empty frequency. We did a quick fine tune on the tuning knob on the bottom of the loop antenna, and we'll zoom in on that. That's the tuning knob there. There's the power compensator. We're running the RF power out of the radio through the MFGA tuner, which is not tuning. As you can see there, it is in the bypass mode. So all we're doing here is taking advantage of the meter. We set the radio to RTTY so we can get a carrier out. And I'll go ahead and hit that push to talk, and you'll see our forward power, the needle on the left, our reflected power, the needle on the right, and where the needle crosses is the SWR. So we're crossing below 2 to 1 SWR, which is well within the specifications for the Icom IC-7300, and really having no problems tuning up on the 40 meter band today. Now, the band is not cooperating. It's poor propagation today. But one thing I did notice with the radio is as I'm tuning the antenna along the band, you can see where the antenna is resonant for receive in the actual waterfall. So I'll go ahead and insert screenshots. You'll actually see where it looks like the band is completely dead, and then a spike of activity in the waterfall, and then that falls off. And that's actually the bandwidth of the band pass of the antenna. So as you rotate the knob, you're actually moving that band pass or bandwidth up and down the band, because it's a very selective tuning knob on this antenna. So what I'll do is I'll set the camera down, tune up and down in the band, and grab a couple of screenshots so I can insert in the video, and then we'll wrap this up and get it online. I was hoping to get a few more QSOs in today to demonstrate this for you, but propagation's just not working for me today. I'm hoping that tonight it'll be a little better, and I'll try to check into the TAPRnet, or the American Preparedness Radio Network, with this radio and this antenna tonight, and we'll make that a separate video if I'm successful. So let me go ahead and grab a few more screenshots, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, I just grabbed 2 screenshots on the SD card of the Icom IC-7300. I'd like to show you live on the display, but I can't hold the camera, push the buttons, and tune the antenna. But the first screenshot you're going to see is where we're tuned in towards the upper end of the band, and you'll see the line coming down through the center of the screenshot where there's no waterfall activity whatsoever, because the radio's dialed off of where the antenna's tuned. And then I go ahead and I adjust the actual dial on the antenna, and you can see that the waterfall activity moves down to the dial frequency. So that's a really cool feature that can actually help you out in the field if you have a radio with a waterfall. Getting a coarse tune on the Chameleon antenna is use the waterfall and see where you have peak receive activity, because that's the best way to tune this antenna, is peak the receive level and then fine tune with a little transmit power. Get that thing fine tuned or coarse tuned in, then fine tune, and then slowly increase the power. And now with that power compensator, you can get well above QRP powers and up to 60 watts of power. And as always, thank you for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. This has been the Comms Prepper with another field demonstration video with Chameleon antennas, version 2.0 P-Loop antenna with the very cool power compensator. Thanks for watching, guys.